What life hacks have been exploited so much that they no longer work? Coupon code sites. Now they just link you to the sales already posted on websites. I have had success Googling codes a few times recently. Got $3 off my $139 New Year's Eve ticket. After it went viral that the Toy Story characters would fall down on the ground at Disney World or Disneyland when you shouted, "Andy's coming," they stopped doing it. I wonder how many times Gaston has been challenged to do push-up and arm wrestling contests since the viral videos came out. I read something that a person could just order a bunch of $1 coins from the US Mint and you would just pay the face value, no shipping and handling, since they wanted to get more on the market. Well, one guy would buy thousands and thousands of dollars on his credit card and just pay his credit card bill with $1 coins to rack in millions of airline miles. Pretty smart if you ask me. At my last office job, there was this girl who always stayed pretty late. She would go around the office asking who was staying late and if they wanted to order dinner. She would place the order on her credit card and then later expense the company for the dinners. She racked up a lot of airline miles doing that. A certain barbecue chain had a birthday club that would send you a free item via email. The email was a Word document that was easily changeable. So instead of winning a brownie, you could change it to a huge party platter, as long as you had the correct code. I just stopped in to claim this birthday thing. Oh, I want a party platter? Great, I'm going to a party. Maybe I'm misunderstanding here, but this sounds like stealing to me. The restaurant tried to do something nice by giving away a free treat, and people are just exploiting them. Pressing not on an automated phone tree to speak to a live person. I've encountered many that will just replay the menu options if you press not. I've also seen a few hanging up right after pressing not, and a few more after a couple of not dialed. I remember in the early days of eBay, you could search for misspellings of items you were interested in, and most of the time, you could get it for cheap. Once everyone caught on to this, it was game over, and now eBay has vastly improved search functionality. Still, I'll never forget that screaming deal I got on that vacuum cleaner. A friend of mine bought a few models for Warhammer 40,000 on eBay for $1 because the seller misspelt the name of it. The item should have gone for $80 plus, and he managed to grab it for 99 cents. The seller obliged and probably raged a bit. This is when you had to manually input tags and hashtags for everything. Corn, not corn, berserker's lot. Ordering free carpet samples on Amazon for cat-related crafts. I Google searched free carpet samples and I had one company send 5 squares of different carpet free. Color swatches also, one company sent 80, I believe. I'm a toddler teacher, not a sample hoarder. In some games that involved waiting some amount of time, you used to be able to change the clock in your device into the future and unlock the item or whatever it is you were waiting for, and then revert your time and still maintain the item. Unfortunately, now you have to wait. I used to set the time forward 5 years and start a free 30-day trial for Adobe and Microsoft Office programs, then set it back and have a free 5-year 30-day trial. But it's all synced online now. Looking up unknown phone numbers online to see who's calling you. Now all you get are pay-to-see sites. Look it up on Facebook. If that person has their phone number in their account info, they'll show up. Our local pizza chain used to sell fundraiser stickers that let you do a buy one, get one free deal. Everyone had one, but my dad soon found out that most of the restaurants never even asked for the sticker when you went to pick up your order. So he would always say to keep the sticker in your pocket unless they asked for it. Furthermore, if they did ask for the sticker, they never checked expiration date on them. We got so much free pizza that way. They have now switched to a loyalty card method that is required for checkout, and expiration dates are stored in the computer. We had a local pizza place that sold a Groupon for a great deal on pizza, and you also got some wings and a 2-liter of soda. They never asked for our Groupon code, so we used the deal 3 or 4 times before our guilt made us stop. I'm wondering if others did the same thing, because that place is now out of business. Calling the cable company to cancel to get a lower rate. It will still work, but you have to commit to cutting the cable. They used to fold at the mention of leaving. One line that my old roommate used successfully with AT&T was to say, "Okay, then I'm going to cancel my service. Don't shut it off yet though, because I don't want any interruptions in my service. I'm going to call Comcast and get that set up, and then call you back to cancel my service once I have service from them up and running. Tricking parking garages. Used to be in the older days when you went into a pay parking garage, you got a ticket for your car. When you would leave, you put the ticket in the machine and it calculates how much you owe. They still do that. Thing is, in ye olden days, you could simply walk by the gate, get a new ticket, and then walk to your car and drive out using the new ticket, and the system thought we're only in there for like 30 seconds. These days they put weight sensors under the ticket area so they won't dispense a ticket unless there is actually a car sitting on top of it. It's actually sensing the magnetic field of your car, not the weight. Any relatively strong magnet will trigger it. They sell ones for motorcycles that work well. The vending machine in my apartment accepted dollar coins, but would return it right back. So all I needed was a single coin and run it through the slot twice to get something, and would always get the change back from my $2. Did this a few times a month to check it was still working or broken. I ended up just leaving the change behind for someone else to use. The machine, unsurprisingly, has been turned off and is no longer serviced. I found a machine that did this, had a number on it to call if it needed service. I called and let them know. They were complete fools on the phone. Just mean with an angry tone, questioning how much free product I took, etc. Forget him. Ran it quite a few more times over the next couple days till the machine was removed. Applying to a ton of random scholarships that nobody else even applies to. Only need a handful of people, even at the local level, to take this advice, and suddenly there is real competition. And with sites like CapEx and FastWeb, there is more than a handful of people applying to every scholarship in the country. In general, the internet made little-known tricks available to all. This is true for scholarship, cool tourist attractions, restaurants, deals, and loopholes. There was a gym by my university that was expensive, but since it was in Nicaragua, was about the best one available at the time. I paid for the membership once, then realized they never checked your membership through the back door. Since the trainers all knew me by then, I stopped paying for the membership and just walked in through the back door and acted like I belonged. I did this for like 2 years before the place rebranded and changed ownership, and added a check-in kiosk through the back door because I had shared my secret with a few too many people, but by then I had finished my career. LOL, my local YMCA had the same issue. I didn't get away with 2 years, but it was the better part of a year. Downloading a copy of college textbook. Darn codes and CDs means you have to buy your own. My professors encourage piracy, LOL. One of the perks of third world country institutions with weak copyright enforcement. There are facilities at universities that will make Xerox clones of pretty much any book except for those about law and medicine. Whatever I couldn't torrent directly off the internet, I borrowed from the library and paid a dirt cheap price to get my own copy, for highlights and notes. I'm calling corporate. From soccer mom to global domination and beyond. Nowadays, you have to tweet a video of something egregious just to get corporate's attention. Putting drugs up your ass when you cross the border because they won't check there. You just have to put them further up your ass. Not really a life hack, but one time, my aunt bought a holiday special edition diamond ring, retails at $200, for $10 at Goodwill. After finding out the worth online, my imbecile of an aunt went back to Goodwill to tell them what it was worth. Ever since then, they have been researching the value of their donations and have been pricing them appropriately. Once we bought a TV from some store, and the TV was originally $900, but on sale for $600. Then, they rang it up at $350. I started to say something, literally opened my mouth and looked at my husband, and he quietly said, "Go away." And I did. That $350 TV was amazing. Being straightforward and asking to talk to the manager in order to get a job. That is not how it works anymore. The companies put your application through a computer, and if you don't set off too many of the algorithm's red flags, then a human will give you the time of day. Yes! My parents suggested this to me and my siblings for so long. They would even get angry if we sent online applications or emailed resumes, insisting that it was lazy and all we had to do was show up and make a good impression. My dad finally cut it out when he got laid off and learned that walking in is more of an annoyance these days. Attempting to dress nicely, ask nicely, or give presents to flight attendants to get free upgrades on planes. It It's not really the stewards getting wise, so much as the airlines tightening up their policies on loyalty programs, and there being so much less excess capacity that upgrades are computerized and very carefully parceled out to high-tier frequent flyers to maximize revenue. If they gave out business class upgrades to some rando with a nice suit, there would be a dozen super elite frequent flyers and coach freaking out over it. Using DVD on me for a free rental at Redbox. Using Motherload on my bank account.